Everybody on social media is really angry at me because I made a video with this guy, Tuma, the guy who made defamatory statement against Regina Daniel and her husband, Senator Ned. People are saying, Lucky, why are you bringing this guy to your platform? This guy deserves to spend the rest of his life in jail. Everybody's really mad. Go and kill him now. I want to tell you guys how I met Tuma. I saw a video of Sore fighting for him, and I did not understand why Sore was fighting for this guy because he brought it upon himself. I went to Federal High Court that day to interview Sore, and that was the first day I came across Tuma. When I saw Tuma, my heart went cold. I saw how young he was. I saw how helpless he was. I say, God, this young man is about to ruin his life. Father Lord, if you allow this man to escape this mess, I will try my best to help him. I saw a young man without a sense of purpose, without a sense of direction, I saw a young man who doesn't even know his identity. And when Tuma came out of prison, I made that video with him, the video that is making some of you really angry. I told him to delete all those videos he made and to apologize to Senator Ned. I want to use this Tuma story to talk about something bigger because Tuma is just one person, but I see Tuma in the lives of so many Nigerians. That lady that is always making sexual videos on social media to survive. Nigerian youth that are jumping on trends just to feel among. Tuma did not know any better. I want to ask this question. What kind of society are we building if our only solution for ignorance is punishment? We punish them and then we dump them. What happens to the child without parents? What happens to the child without a father? Some of you say he's not the only one without a father. What happened to those without moral compass? Those that only have smartphone and data. Social media has become their only teacher because nobody is interested in their life. These guys have seen that how people achieved greatness from cloud chasing. Using social media to call people out. They felt that they could achieve the same thing because all their life they never felt included. Tuma thought he was doing the right thing. He thought he was going to change his family's life by coming out on social media to speak the way he did. This young man dropped out from school, never got the chance to even complete secondary school. You can't expect so much from people like this, trust me. I'm going to tell you a story that happened many years ago in Rwanda. How many of you know Rwanda? Many of the youths there were caught in crime, different types of crimes, and the country was about to persecute them. People said they were going to spend the rest of their life in prison. But then what happened? The government instead decided to send them to prison. After some time, sent them to a character correctional facility where this young men were mentored. People who did not know their identity, people who had no purpose. They were shaped. Some of them today are successful photographers, bricklayers, coders, public speakers. Their life now has meaning because their country decided to mentor and invest in them. I see Tuma in the lives of so many Nigerian youths. So many people, they don't feel among, they don't even know how they will ever achieve anything meaningful in their life. So by exposing their body, by doing so many meaningless things, they think that they'll be able to achieve something. Early this year, something bad happened to me. Nigerians came together to destroy my life. I was falsely accused for things I never did because I was trying to help someone. People laughed at me because I was giving a spotlight to people who were once popular, but today nobody really thinks about them anymore. They came together to destroy my brand, the only thing that gives me meaning and purpose in my life. I did not inherit this thing. In fact, some people said I didn't even have a brand, that I was doing rubbish. The guy that was hosting Honest Bunch podcast, according to him, that I wasn't doing anything reasonable on that platform. And a lot of Nigerians agreed. came together, comedians made fun of me. They twisted everything that I was doing. But I've spent my years to build. All of a sudden, people never saw the platform as what it is anymore. People no longer wanted to be on that platform. Nigerians did this to me and moved on so fast and left me to my fate. We see so many issues of kidnap happening, armed robbery and violence, one chance, and we wonder how. I want to remind you that these people are not foreigners. These are Nigerians. Some of these people were once our classmates. We drank from the same tap together. But at the end of the day, what happened? Life happened to these people. I firmly believe mentorship is very important. If you look at the Nigerian space, what I'm about to say right now is going to offend a lot of people, especially the people I want to talk about. But there's a guy I saw on TikTok. He goes around a very large speaker. He'll go to a public place like a bank and will be playing loud music just to see people's reaction. And somehow that guy has over hundreds of thousands of views and followers. What about the girl who will go to the street to go and bathe publicly, change her clothes there? She has hundreds and thousands of followers. We have so many more people like that. Somehow these people, we've given them relevance. We even have brands who identify with those kinds of people. What kind of society are we building for ourselves? When the guy who has never had anybody show interest in his life, the only teacher he has, the only classroom he has is social media, where he learns about everything. He sees how people from nothing become something by doing rubbish. And you are trying to tell this man that he cannot achieve the same thing himself. Okay, people should go and kill him now. People say he deserves to rot in jail. No problem. Go and put him there yourself. Because after spending 3 months in prison, some of you think that's not enough. What I did for Tuma is what every pastor would have done for his congregation. What every teacher would have done for his students. I had a very hard life. I lost my parents before I even really knew what my name was. No siblings, no grandparents. I had my own fair share of life too. A lot of people don't believe I'm 28, but I am. I had a very difficult life. I grew up with certain kind of people who had no moral compass too. Some of these people right now, they are 6 feet below the ground. Life got too hard for them. Nobody was interested in their life. When they go to a church, even a church would not want them to come inside because they weren't dressed properly. Nobody was truly interested in their life. People avoided them because of how they looked. Maybe how they spoke. I had a fair share of this reality. Some of these people took to crime. Yahoo, small kidnappings and all of those things. And while we were on the street there, we heard that some of them have been sent to prison. Some of them had been killed. But somehow, God saved me. Not everybody is the same. I know some of you are saying Tuma is not the only one without a father figure in his life. Not everybody is as strong-willed as you and I. Before my eyes, I saw the people I grew up with. Some of them lost their life too early. Some of them are still in prison. Their lives have been wasted. Some of them have become hardened criminals. When we hear their name, we are scared of them, and when they were young, they were introverts. These guys were nice. When we go pluck coconut in the bush, they want to share everything they had. But somehow everybody got divided. Some people got lucky. Their uncles and aunties sent for them. They relocated from the town Agbo in the other state to the city. Some people got favored. Everybody got divided, but some people remained in the same place and they wondered how would their life ever make sense. And I don't just know how, but they ended up in crime. And when I heard about their story, I was like, God, why? Because some of these people, they had nobody interested in them. Nobody showed care or concern. Tuma, I hope you are seeing all the comments. I hope you are seeing that nobody cares about you and you brought this to yourself. You should never have done that video. I had an interview with this guy and he explained to me that all his life, nobody has really showed interest in his life. Nobody cares about him. When he tries to socialize with people in his neighborhood, the parents of those people will drive him away. They didn't want him. Maybe because of how he looked, maybe because of how he talked, maybe because of the kind of family he came from. Nobody ever stopped by to pay attention to this young man's life. If everything he told me is true. He said a lot of things and I took my time to advise him. And just recently he sent me this message. He said, sir, please go to my page and see if there's any video there that doesn't make sense. I'll delete it. Tuma wants to make sense of his life. But nobody in the whole of Nigeria is seeing that opportunity. Everybody wants to cancel him. What about the children? Who doesn't know any better? Do we push them away? We see a lot of kidnappings, one chance happening. But what we forget is that these people, they are our brothers and sisters. We share the same faith, the same culture. But life happens to them. The interview I did with Tuma is dropping soon. Tuma has told me he wants to change his haircut because I told him to change it. Even the tattoo he put on his forehead, he regrets it now and we don't know if there's anything that can remove it. All his life he has never attended church and he wants to go back to God. And right now he's looking for people who can help him. If he invites Tuma to church, he will come. Oh, he's trying to change his life. After Nigerians did all they did to me, why would anyone want to even do the kind of videos that I do? Knowing that nobody values it. But then we see certain people doing rubbish and they have millions and millions of attention. We see how much money they make. I am still hot. Nigerians did me dirty and moved on so fast. I was falsely accused for things I never said, things I never did. It was screws to everybody. But no problem. I mean, God has helped me. I didn't get to this point by shedding blood. I worked so hard. God answered prayers. So if this is the will of God, the same way He has answered some prayers for me and done His will, if this is also His will, no problem. At the end of the day, most of us cannot do so much about it. I'm making this video because I want some of you to think, what kind of society are we building? Tuma. I see Tuma in the lives of so many young Nigerians. These people have no sense of purpose, no direction for their life. May God help every one of us. I pray that this journey of life will never be too difficult for us. And please don't assume that because I speak this way and because I pray that I'm a pastor. I'm far from it. I'm just like you too. Please, Nigerians, let's forgive Tuma, okay? And give him chance to grow. I reached out to Celebrity Carpenter. I'm trying to see if Tuma will show interest so we can enroll him to build his identity. Once he recognizes his worth, I promise he won't make those kinds of videos he makes anymore. Trust me. I'll try my best for him. I will.